Hi there, I'm Jester in Black, and this is Chapter 19 on Maddening mode. Let's begin with some analysis here. So, Edelgard has 86 attack and a 50 crit, which is an absolutely colossal amount of offense that will probably require a blessing to survive. She does only have 28 attack speed, which means that she won't double, so she won't pop the blessing and then proceed to insta-kill you like a fast unit would. But she also has sizable terrain bonuses, which mean that even though her speed is low, the odds of hitting her are not going to be very great. She also has huge defenses at 45 protection and 34 resilience. And she also makes use of Raging Storm on Maddening mode. So if you leave an ally in her range on the enemy phase, there's a good chance that they can be hit and killed if you don't take proper precautions, such as rescuing units out or moving them around using your repositioning abilities, or blessing them, giving them super high evasion, stuff like that. I believe it should still be possible to take her out in one turn.
I'll do my best.
So I'll start with a stride.
Thank you.
Thank you. What's my
Then I need to take out one of these enemies on the stairway so I can get far enough away. That's guaranteed.
I must lead them well.
Then I can warp Petra with Linhard. Put her right here.
Let's make this quick.
And then I can warp Petra with Lysithea. Put her right in front of Edelgard.
Perseverance is the key.
Alright, so I'm going to do a little bit of RNG abuse here and see if I can get the RNG I need for Petra to actually be able to kill Edelgard here. So if I get enough crits and hits here, I could actually take her out in one round of combat as long as she doesn't hit me or crit me.
This has nothing to do with where you were born. That we are fighting now is only a result of the choices you've made. So I'm going to give that the response it deserves. I will crush you with everything I have.
No use.
You are in my way! With all of my might!
Beautiful.
I wanted to walk with you.
There you go. It is entirely possible to beat this chapter in one turn, even on Maddening mode. It does require a little bit of luck, but since that's sloppy, I'm not actually going to keep this. I'm going to do this chapter properly.
They've made it.
The throne room is tightly locked, but wherever there are locks, there are also keys.
Alright, so let's try to do this without depending on a chain of unlikely events to get through it. I'm going to start off by highlighting areas that I definitely want to avoid, particularly things that are in the range of the Fire Orb and the Ballista here, and any of these enemies down here will also probably get me killed. And then there's one safe space in this entire room that I could potentially stand, but I'll have to make some more spaces in order to make this safe for me. So in order to begin with that, I will use Lysithea here with Hades on this enemy, who's the hero, I think. And that should drop him down to 1 HP.
You lost that one.
But it didn't. It actually killed him because of Crest Procs, which was very lucky. If he had been at 1 HP, I could have used Bernadetta to get the kill there, but now I can use Bernadetta for something else.
More
So
fighting.
I can bring Dorothea over here. And I think Sagittae is our best hit rate. So I'll use this on this warrior to guarantee a hit. And I should be able to get this kill with Ferdinand. Yep.
This is the cost of war.
And I'll pull back slightly with Ferdinand as well.
I will prevail.
Then I will send Petra up here and use her Gambit. And that'll hit the Priest, and Bishop, and the Assassin.
I have a strategy.
And hitting the Assassin is actually quite problematic, because the Assassin has really high Void. So being able to do a little bit of damage there is very helpful. This Assassin is wannabe Petra, and at its base value it has 58 speed, but since we gambited it, it won't be able to double Petra, so Petra is more likely than not going to survive this attack from him, and unless he crits, he actually can't even kill her, even if the 89% chance of him missing does not go my way. This Bishop, and the one on the other side also has Miracle, so that means that in order to kill them, I have to double them with lethal damage.
What's my strategy?
They're not already a 1 HP, and I think that Gambit makes this a lot easier. So, this is a guaranteed kill. Not even Miracle can stop it.
I must lead them well.
Miracle didn't proc there, but if it had, I was ready for it. And that leaves us with a couple more enemies on this side of the room, but we're finally starting to clear up some floor space for our units to stand safely. There's a bit of a problem with Petra up here though, because this enemy can use a Gambit on her, and this one could also as well, and he also has free reign to come and attack these units. So in order to answer those both, I will use an impregnable wall.
Thanks.
Helpful. Put me in there.
Then I'll just put Caspar right up here, and I'll take a 1 damage swing. Not that it really makes that much difference. And by putting him right here, I'm body blocking this side of Petra so that only enemies can attack from this side, and this one could potentially reach that side, but he'd rather go for Caspar. This one can't even reach, so Petra is now safe. Felix is exposed to danger here, which is not great, so while he will be able to survive here, I'm going to put my impregnable units around him instead.
I'm awake.
I do this for all of us.
And then as long as I stay out of the hero's range, I could actually go for an encloser on this warrior here. Looks like I'm slightly out of range. I'll just put Bernadetta somewhere safe. Takes him down a little bit further. And this won't even hurt. Petra will be able to survive that, but it missed, so we don't have to worry about it. And then this doesn't crit, so she'll be just fine here as well. We have the assassin on low health now, but in order to kill it, we'll actually require a trick. Big problem in this first room is just getting enough hit rate to actually take out this assassin. So if I take the silver axe here and I use smash, I have a pretty good chance of killing this bishop in 1 hit. So as long as Miracle doesn't proc, this is fine. And I think the odds are pretty heavily in my favor that it will not proc. But I am banking on luck a little bit here, which is not ideal. So I may want to actually do something to make that go my way a little bit more. Like attacking the enemy with Lysithia. So I could use a Luna, that would get the kill. Dark Spikes would probably do it as well. Not quite. 80s. Actually leave him at 2 HP and Miracle could still proc. So I'm going to have to use Luna here, but it is guaranteed to hit.
I will not die yet.
Alright, so that takes care of that. And then I might be able to use Caspar to do something else here. Well, maybe I'll do it with a short axe from safety. He actually has a decent rate of hitting this enemy here, but definitely don't want to get hit in return. And I would rather take the 100% I'm setting up here instead. But I think I'll go for the attack on the warrior. It seems like it's more likely to hit. And I will leave for Caspar right where he is. He does have the Aurora shield, so I don't really have to worry about this ballista doing much to him. I also don't have to worry about this sniper, unless they both decide to converge on him. I will move Ferdinand right next to this enemy assassin as well. I could potentially do a hit and run first. So I'll do that. Get a battalion level up out of that. There we go. Now we've got a bunch of support bonuses going on this enemy assassin. Now I can guarantee that I'm going to kill with Petra here. But this is safe to do as well. So I can try for this kill.
To survive, I will win!
And that worked out.
I fight for justice's name. One day the war will be over.
Alright, so now we have our 2 flying units adjacent to this assassin, and it's time to use it. The combat art that is incredibly hard to set up and very rare that it's actually needed. I'm going to do the triangle attack here. And we are guaranteed to hit this assassin and kill him. So here we go.
Fight as one. Allow me to demonstrate. It won't be in vain. I'm stronger than before.
And we also get a level up out of the triangle attack. So I'm not going to send this to the convoy, I'll send the concoction to the convoy instead. And I will probably keep Byleth right about where she is. That should be fine. I'm going to move Felix up here and get this kill on the warrior if I can. Looks good.
You fought well.
And then it looks like this ballista will try to hit Ferdinand. This one will go for Caspar. The Spar will also go for Ferdinand, so that's not ideal. I probably want to bait them by putting someone else a little bit squishy, like Bernadetta in range here. And she should be able to survive this. She has 10 resilience and 41 HP. That's 51. We're looking at probably 48 attack, so that'll be fine. We're exploiting the AI here a little bit, but that'll do alright for us. And I will probably need to worry about these Swordmasters starting to move. Maybe not this turn, but next turn. In order to prepare for that, I think I'm going to pull a couple of units down this way. Yep, here they come. That is still alive, so that's fine. Caspar should survive this.
No.
He did very well there. And that's fine. Ferdinand's still alive. That's what counts. What's to do?
So close. Must press on.
So, Dedue has some pretty amazing stats in Maddening mode, but I think he's still gonna get got pretty quickly. He got 91 hit points and 57 protection. Only got 3 attack speed though. But the Poison Strikers and the Mages will probably do enough to get rid of him. And I'm not gonna rush through the middle here in order to save him, because if you open this middle door, you tend to draw both all of the enemies from the right side and all of the enemies from the left side towards you, and that can be overwhelming, especially on Maddening mode, so I'm going to try to avoid doing that here. I'm going to start here with a Gambit from Ingrid, which is a guaranteed hit.
Witness my resolve!
That gives us 3 damage on pretty evasive enemies. And then I will put her within mage range here, or bishop range. And she can definitely take the bishop hits. It also frees up a space to attack from
More
with
fighting.
Dorothea. So I can use Sagittae here and get this kill.
It's win or die. Let's make
Then I
this
think I should be able to kill this one with Lysithea using Dark Spikes. Thanks to our support bonuses. She has a 100% hit rate.
You lost that one.
That takes care of this side. On the other side, Felix has an Adjutant Guard and Aloise.
I'll cut through.
So as long as he doesn't get crit, I can actually bait one Sword Master with him. I'll give him the Killing Edge just so he has a chance of actually killing the enemy here. Should probably check 49 HP versus 55 attack. That should be fine. Got 20 protection. And then I can put Petra right next to him to bait the other one.
I will prevail.
And Petra is obviously the best sword master on the map, so that should pose no difficulty for her. As long as this first one doesn't crit, our Felix will survive with 1 HP. And this one can't even hit Petra, so he's going to lose that trade.
I do this for all of us.
I'll bring Bernadetta down this way, and I will bring
fight to
my
the
other
very
flyers down here
last.
as well. Get a little bit of healing.
Put me in there.
I think I can reach right next to Dorothea here with Caspar, so that's probably a good place for him. That'll heal him up to full, I think.
What's my strategy?
I'll have Violet somewhere here. Heal up Ferdinand with Linhart.
Back to the fray.
Right, here we go. Reinforcements are spawning,
Infiltrators! Kill them!
but those are a problem for Dedue, not us. Alright, Felix is good. He even got the crit. Even killed with a crit thanks to the crest proc. So he gets a much deserved level up.
Guess I need to train harder.
Not great. But even if Felix is slow, he still does decent damage, so he's worth bringing along. Nice, double crit.
Each battle a victory.
Now if I didn't have crits here, between Bernadetta's Encloser and us having a bunch of flying mobility, and these enemy bishops not being very powerful, I could have dealt with them in that room over a number of turns. But this makes things much simpler and easier and faster.
Shot better.
And even scratch to do. But This is going to hit, and it's going to hurt.
Weak. Pathetic.
18 poison damage. There's another 18 poison damage.
Weak. Pathetic.
There's another 18 poison damage. So, if it weren't for all the poison damage they do, it would do just fine.
Pathetic.
But this is Maddening mode, so Deku is probably going to get himself killed by poison damage and a little bit of magic damage. Now, the AI has done a really nice thing here and decided to move this Warlock all the way over here. As long as I stay out of the Warlock's range, I should be pretty safe. I also probably want to stay out of range of these enemy snipers. So, I'll have to watch my spacing there. So I should be able to get in risk-free attacks with Ingrid here. I'll stay out of War Master range if I can. I can put Lysithea. I think this is as far as she can go. Here. Try this Luna kill. Although I should probably do it from outside his range, since that'll be a little bit safer. Looks like 3 will do, so let's try this. Should work. He might proc Miracle though. Yep. That's quite alright. We have other units that can attack for a little bit of damage here. That kills that.
Be home again soon.
And then I think I can try to pick this kill up with Dorothea. And then if he procs Miracle, I can follow that up with a flyer. Like
Ready for
Ferdinand.
anything.
As long as I hit, I will kill, so this is good.
A boon for our future.
And there he goes. That clears out most of this room anyway. 20% hit rate versus Petra is not enough to get her. Because once I buff her up, she'll have a 30% more void. So, I can just sit her in range here. I think I might also be able to, what's this enemy's range? In melee there. So if I try with like a short spear with Byleth, see how that would go. I could get the kill, but the enemy has crit on me. Not a big fan of that. So I think what I will do here is use a Retribution Gambit on Petra. And then let her buff and stand in enemy range.
Be careful.
And then I'll just move the rest of my units into this room. Suppose I can just heal Bernadetta.
Thanks so much.
He actually does damage to Dedu.
Ineffective.
But this won't.
Weak. Pathetic. Weak.
Dedu's at 1 HP now.
Time to take action.
At least the enemy wasted a gambit on him. Yep. Now is the time for this enemy to pay for that in blood. That's how you do a lightning attack.
Justice's name.
And we get a level up with Petra. More speed is
No
always
matter
welcome.
what, I will not misplace my heart.
So she has finally eyed the enemy Swordmasters for speed.
Pathetic. Weak.
And he used an elixir, so that'll buy him some time. On this front, I think I probably want to raid these archers with Petra. That's probably the safest play here. That'll work out. And then I will move my other units into a closer position to get ready to assault this room, probably next turn. So let's especially try to get Lysithea and Dorothea in here. Then I can heal Felix before moving him.
I'll cut through.
And I can get Bernadette in close here as well. So I've got a whole bunch of ranged attackers and flyers ready to go once the enemy decides to approach.
No use.
Joe will probably kill on this counter.
With all of my might. Each battle a victory.
They can't dodge anything. But he can certainly defend.
Pathetic. Ineffective.
And the poison damage continues.
Pathetic. Weak. Pathetic.
Nice if he could hit. Oh, there we go. He got one.
Pathetic.
If he gets one more, he'll actually get a kill for us. Alright, so we have a sniper, Remory, one or two War Masters to deal with here. So I can deal with the Door Master, or the Door Masters, the War Masters by standing in the door with Petra here. I don't think they can hit her. And also try this attack. Might also be able to deal with a Silver Sword.
You are in my way.
That did just fine.
Witness frigid pride.
And then I should be able to outrange this sniper with Lysithea. So let's go with Dark Spikes. Yep, that'll get the kill. Guaranteed, one hit.
It's done.
And we get a level up out of that. Magic and speed. And then it looks like... well, that'll hurt if it hits. So, let's see. Can I get to that Gremory and kill it? Maybe if I use a warp. So, because I don't have a stride gambit on anyone, I have two options here. And the first is simplest, so I'll go with just throwing an impregnable wall on Petra. And then it won't even matter when the enemy decides to blow their Resonant Flames on her. And then I can approach slowly with our other units. And I think Resonants have free range including the center, so if I go one space forward, that should be far enough.
Thank
Now.
0 hit rate. It would only do 1 damage even if it hit, thanks to the impregnable wall. Looks like the dude has Defiant Defense.
Ineffective. Pathetic.
If he gets this hit, he'll actually kill. Nope. We know that this is do anything to do except poison him.
Here's an idea.
Even if it hits, it'll only do 1 damage. So that's fine. And he used another elixir, so buying plenty of time for himself. Now I should take out both this Grimoire and this War Master this turn, or else there's going to be problems. I am rattled with Petra, so the enemy might have hit rate on her. But the hit rate isn't all that problematic, it's the fact that I can't hit them that's more of a problem. Lysithea should be able to outrange and take out the Grimoire, I think. I know we'll do it in 1 hit. Could also use like Miasma and then follow up with someone else. Bernadetta is probably a better choice. She hasn't mastered Sniper just yet. So if I go with a Curb Chop, I can do 20 damage here. Then I can follow up with Lysithea. Probably get the kill without burning something too expensive. Dark Spikes is fine.
I will not die yet.
And we get a Talisman out of that. So this one, I think... I have Dorothea who I can use at range here. So there goes half his HP. As long as I hit.
Be careful.
And I can't move Felix. Or can I? Definitely don't seem to be able to get anyone into this space that would be able to attack here. So I'll have to rely on Petra, and then if she fails this, I'll heal her.
I fight for justice's name.
But she did just fine. Send the door key to the convoy.
Sorry.
Throw some healing around, and now we can fly into this room. I won't actually bait anything until I'm ready to attack, which should be next turn, something like that. I think I will bait with Ingrid when the time comes, because she has good resistance and we're going to be baiting a mage. More to do action.
Ineffective.
There's a chance he could get this kill on the counter.
Pathetic.
Nope. Wonder if these enemies are going to break their weapons on him.
Ineffective. Weak.
He keeps missing. Alright, so put Ingrid here. If I give her a javelin, she'll actually get a counterattack in as well. And even if he crits with 14 damage, it's not going to kill. I think I can also put Petra here. And her void will carry her.
I'll cut through.
I will move Dorothea, Bernadetta, and Lysithea into the room. And I think we're ready to go. Probably will miss. Then I can attack him next turn. Or to do action. Get this counter kill.
Ineffective.
Nope. think that's his last elixir. Let's see how the enemy ballistas at half durability. Silver bows and silver swords still have quite a bit of durability left, so I don't think he'll really do anything useful for us. Now, I could potentially take out this Dark Bishop with Petra, but I think it's more fun to have her go up here and duel this beast. And it's not like anything can touch her anyway. That leaves this Dark Bishop to our other units. We can start by outranging with, let's say, Dorothea. Alright, said outranging, not standing in enemy range. He's got a 3-ranged helm equipped. And then I think I can follow that with Lysithea. I'll just move Felix out of the way so she has a space to attack from. Probably won't crit, so that will leave the kill for Bernadetta. Could give it to like Ferdinand if I really wanted to, but I think Bernadetta is very close to mastering Sniper. So if I can get her Hunter's Volley, that will be a little bit more useful here. Probably want to remain outside of this ballista's range with most of my units if I can. So I'll move Ferdinand up just 1 here. That'll give Bernadetta space to attack from. And I think the Iron Bow does it.
A little scratch won't stop me.
Getting close to Class Mastery and level 30. I don't use Marianne, stats don't matter. So I don't want to draw the Ballista yet, so I don't think I can get into here with anyone except Petra. Unless I wanted to do a Meteor attack with Dorothea.
Thank you.
Alright, 0 hit rate. Counterattack will probably kill. There we go.
My heart burns with pride.
Hit chance. Petra does better against these beasts than the Dew does. A good chance he'll hit. There we go.
A threat eliminated.
So now he might actually start taking down these enemy snipers.
Ineffective.
Might be worth throwing a few heals his way. Yep, that missed.
Pathetic. Weak.
He does have a small chance of killing that Swordmaster for me too. Well, that does steal some experience, so
Weak.
I guess I don't really want him to get any more kills.
I'll cut a path for His Highness.
He's doing a lot better than the dude typically does on this mission in my experience. Alright. So, there's not much point in attacking this beast because he'll just restore his barrier. So has renewal.
I will prevail.
But I can start maneuvering Petra up this way to take out the sniper and the enemy warrior here. So hopefully she'll counter kill the warrior, and then next turn I can go for the sniper. I could potentially attack from within the ballista's range with like Meteor or something to try and take him up, but that has a little bit of risk to it. So I think I'll just keep my units inside range and wait to start fighting this beast until Petra accomplishes her mission of executing him.
With all of my might! Each battle a victory.
That worked out well. That's the end of the dude. He did pretty well.
Your Highness, somehow, you must.
This is going to miss. This is also going to miss.
No use.
Alright. Let's see if we can get this kill. Looks good.
Witness Bridget Pride.
And now we're clear to advance.
What's my strategy?
I do have a Blessed Lance, so I'll use that to pop a barrier. And he can't kill me, so even if he hits me, I can heal. We canceled his counterattack there. And now he's stunned, so we can get in for even more
Let's
damage.
make this quick.
Nikolai Scythia's out of range,
Ready for anything.
but I could do a range attack with Ferdinand.
Yeah! I will not back down one step!
Nice. Let's take out a bar. I can move him out of range.
Ready when you are.
Put me in there.
Caspar up here. Caspar has 20 attack speed. So, he's not going to be doubled. Means I can do this safely. It's pretty rare. Didn't even get hit. I would say that went well.
More fighting.
I can also throw a couple of Thorons into the gap. And if I crit, we can get the kill.
Strike you
Yep,
down.
there we go. That's another HP bar to kill. And she masters Grimory.
I finally made it my own.
And then we have one bar
I'll
left.
cut through.
I do this for all of us.
Suppose I can afford to use Deadeye here. Might be worth doing with a killer bow, but that is quite durability intensive. I'll try with the silver bow. Missed to 92. Luckily, it wasn't important that I hit then. If there's 1 HP missing, I'm not going to use a physic for that. Yep, Caspar will be fine. He didn't even get hit. Alright. If we take out the barriers, we can armor break him. I think we'll probably also be able to kill him. So there goes one barrier. I'll leave Byleth here for bonus purposes. And that does stun him. So then I can attack with Caspar here. And that chain stuns him. Then if I attack this spot twice, so let's say Bernadette and Ferdinand. 7 times 2 with the silver bow. Iron bow's only 4 times 2. Wow. There's not that much of a difference between the two. And she masters Sniper, which gives her Hunter's Volley.
Made this my own.
And that'll be really useful, because now she can actually double things, even though her speed is not that great. I guess Ingrid will do lighter damage, so it would make sense to use Ingrid over Ferdinand here as long as she can live. Looks like she'll be fine.
Not quite.
And he's armor broken. Now now the real fun can begin. So we could just kill him with Ferdinand here if we get a crit. Might be able to kill him with Felix. I'll try the Iron Sword, maybe I'll crit. Still alive. So then I can do it with Dorothea or Lysithea. I'll probably go with Dorothea.
Winning is what matters.
He gets magic and speed,
Fighting is all there is.
plus other stats. I should probably get ready to open this door now. Might be able to soften some of these enemies up with the ballista here. I mean, the Swordmaster doesn't have a gambit anymore, so he's not much of a threat. Dark Mage is probably the best target.
One day, the
That's fine. Looks like the enemies are aggroed now. That's fine. I think I should be able to actually outrange them with Bernadetta. Won't do me much good, it looks like. Could also do it with Lysithea. Or Dorothea. And he won't be able to hit Petra anyway. That is a decent chance of killing here. Yep, that'll do. Saves us one fight. Okay, I do have the door key on Byleth ready to go. But I probably want to move units into position to be ready to attack here. Before I actually do that. Since the enemy opposition on the other side of this door is non-trivial. Oops, that's a space too far. No hit. So I probably want to open the door with Ingrid. In order to do that, I will have to trade with Byleth, I think. Suppose I don't necessarily need Byleth this turn. So I could just open the door with Byleth. And then pull away. I like this space a little better. I think that, Dorothea might be the best choice here. Should probably be able to kill. Do it reliably. 92%.
only thorns left on this rose.
Alright, so that's good. Gives her that kill. Then we can move someone up into the way of this enemy Swordmaster. I might even be able to snipe him. Especially if I use the ballista. No damage with Bernadetta though. Could also try maybe long-range magic with Lysithea. That's fine. There we go. Counter kill.
Not for myself, for everyone.
Petra continues to grow stronger. So I think enemy reinforcements come from these stairs if I don't block them. So I will have Caspar do that. And then this room. So this room has a lot of relatively powerful mages. I have gambits. I also have physic healers waiting to heal Edelgard. So I would like to probably clear this room before actually proceeding to take out Edelgard. Also beasts. But once I do enter the room, all the enemies from this side that I didn't clear are also going to start coming over this way. So I'd best be well prepared before I do that. So I can put Retribution on Petra after I take out this beast, and then bait these enemies from 2 range. And at least the Mortal Savants I'll be able to kill that way, I think, but it won't work out so well for the Grimoire because the Grimoire has 1-2 range on both her Gambit and her attack. So I'll have to proactively take the Grimoire out to avoid being killed. Is this Ingrid? Yeah, that's not Byleth, so I do not want to use Ingrid here, I want to use Byleth. And the Blessed Lance to break this barrier.
Block off the stairwells. Stop their reinforcements from getting through.
Yep, I've already taken care of that side. So the other side spawns Dark Mages. This is there, which is good. Then I can follow that up with attacks at range. Don't think I can reach with Lysithea, so I'll have to get her around. Definitely use a short axe with Ferdinand here to do some damage. I can put him in the corner. I can actually go around the side with Petra. That should be the first bar.
Fire meets water!
51
Bridget,
speed now.
I find strength to carry on.
See, I'm so glad that I didn't just blitz this chapter in one turn because it makes Petra even stronger, so it makes the upcoming chapters less of a problem to deal with. Probably just do an ordinary attack here. So there's 30 damage.
This is war!
Okay, there's significantly more than 30 damage.
Guess I've got you!
And she got a crest proc. And it was a crit. That's a pretty great attack for Bernadetta. And she gets to level 30 from it.
Maybe this'll help me keep steady.
No strength, no speed. Bad distribution, but good level up for the number of stats that she got. I think I can hit with Dorothea here too. There goes the second HP bar.
I must confess, I never imagined that you would be able to pursue me this far. I don't mean to belittle your skills, Professor, but you've far surpassed my expectations. Inform the troops. Destroy anyone who sets foot in the throne room.
And now I think all the enemies will start coming for me. Because they automatically opened the door over here. So here come some Grimoires, and some Warlocks with Gambits, and some Dark Bishops. The Beast will try to get to us, but he can't, so we can ignore him at least. Probable miss. And that's okay, I can heal it. There are a bunch of chests in the room on the lower left side, but I don't really need anything from chests. I'm fine with just buying Killing Edges for Petra at this point. So I don't have to worry about stepping in Grimoire range. I can throw a Retribution on Petra and put her right here. Probably need to use Alert Stance before I do that though. also attack with Bernadetta here for some free damage.
Okay, I'm gonna do it!
And she gets a crest proc.
Yeah.
I think Bernadetta has among the highest theoretical damage in the game, because if you use like a Brave Bow with her and her crest procs each and every time, then you're looking at 8 attacks. So even if she's only hitting for half the damage of other units, she'll still be doing the same damage or more. That has a decent chance of getting a kill if it crits.
Time for your last
There we
day.
go.
It's win or die.
Your timing's spot on.
Then I can copy
I may
Retribution
not
on
survive.
Petra.
Thank you. Much needed.
Should allow Petra to kill this Mortal Savant.
I needed that.
Probably shouldn't have healed Bernadetta because her personal
Some
skill
red
depends on her not being healed, but it's fine. I'll be able to get her another level or get her slightly damaged. And Caspar will just sit there. And here come the mages. Miss. Potential counter kill.
With all of my might.
Nice.
My heart burns with pride.
Alright, the Grimoire came towards us, so that makes getting to her and killing her easier. I think this is another Grimoire. Prison Flames, so really want to stay outside of that range. As long as we stay outside of that, we should be in pretty good shape. So, in order to take this Grimoire out, probably want to attack from outside of her range. Using something like Luna might be good too. Guaranteed kill.
It's done.
Alright, that's one threat taken care of. Attacking from outside the enemy range is almost always a good idea, so even if it's only a little bit of damage, I'll do it. That might make it possible for someone else to go in here for the kill. Keep hit. I can take the counter. And I might take less damage if I use someone like Ingrid. Pretty good resistance. Yeah. I think that puts this enemy safely in Ferdinand's kill range. Guaranteed. With no counterattack.
I will see this war through.
And Ferdinand gets a level up. And he gets speed. Pretty nice. I can put Petra here. I can't put her there though. What's with this Grimoire? Doesn't seem to want to attack for some reason. So I'll put Petra right here, and then should be able to get another counter kill. Go for the killing edge, just up the crit rate so it's ridiculous.
What's my strategy?
And then I'll move Byleth over this way. We might be able to catch the Grimoire out with Byleth.
You saved me.
Heal up Ingrid and bring Dorothea over here as well.
I'm grateful.
We're in good shape. And there's use another Dark Mage, or
No use.
Warlock.
Not for myself.
Didn't get the
for
crit, but we did
everyone.
get the kill, so that's fine.
Try
He's
harder.
still on the counter.
To survive, I will win. I fight for justice's name.
That works just fine. Now, I can't safely put a unit in this door until I take out this Fire Orb guy. And I probably want to wait for this Grappler to get up here as well. It is a little bit dangerous to be in the range of so many enemies, because if I don't have good resistance here. It's really only this one that's the big problem. I could justify using a warp here. Get into range to kill this enemy a little bit more easily. I don't like that crit rate, so I think Lysithea with... hopefully I have one left. Yes. Yep. Would probably be worth throwing. So I could use drawback with Linhardt. Maybe I'll move Ingrid up here and try to take this guy out. Yeah, that's fine. Then I can draw back, put Lysithea in range. I do have to worry about the beast though. Maybe I had best delay a little bit here. So if I bait every enemy except for this Gremory, I should be in good shape. So I will move Petra, try to bait these enemy mages. I should be in range of both this one and this one. Okay, just the enemy Mortal Savant. So I'll set her there, and hopefully he'll come for her. I'll also move Lysithea closer along with Ferdinand. Keep Violet there, I'll have Dorothea move a little bit as well. And I can't really do any hit and runs here, so I'll just wait it out. No hit chance. Counter kill.
Hey! Fire meets water. Each battle a victory.
It sets another one down. Killing them faster than they're spawning, so that's a net victory. Counter kill. Counter attack.
To survive,
There's the counter kill.
I will win. I fight for justice's name. Too slow.
Edelgard is running out of enemies to feed me. Alright, so Ingrid should be able to get this kill this turn.
My duty is your death.
And we get a level up as well.
I must continue my training.
No strength, but the speed and resistance make her a slightly better mage killer every time. So what's the furthest I can reach this Gremory from? One more further away, so right here. Alright, if I do that, I should be able to pin the beast in, using like Byleth and Ferdinand. Great.
I will not die yet.
Takes care of that. And if I put Ferdinand here, that won't quite keep Lysithea safe. But if I put him here, that'll do the trick. Let's make sure we are out of enemy range as best we can. Okay, looks good. I might actually want to initiate with Byleth to break this barrier in one move rather than two attacks. cover of a stun, we can go for this. Might even break the HP bar. Nice. I can stand right there, that'll be just fine. Can also attack with Bernadetta. Looks like I'll be out of range, so I'll have to use Hunter's Volley if I'm going to do it. I'll use the Iron Bow.
Sorry, but this is war!
I like the backflip sniper shot. Pretty good. So, who needs healing? Veteran and Grid both need one.
Appreciated.
Can do that, and then I can... I should probably keep Catcher out of this one's range, but this one's range is safe. Healing Hitch only has one use left, so I better switch weapons here. And Dorothea might be able to reach with Thoron, yep.
One of us has to die.
Nice, there goes another HP bar. Should be able to get that beast next turn. I do have an Impregnable with Felix if I need it. And there comes another enemy Warlock. Zero hit rate. Counterattack.
Each battle a victory.
So, swords are generally not that great of a weapon because they don't have a good 1-2 option. However, once you have the Retribution Gambit, you can fix that problem and make them just awesome, at least for 5 turns at a time. Yep, that missed. Got some pretty good evasion rating on my units, and it's coming pretty handy. So I could go with Lysithea and Seraphim here, and that would probably be enough to get the kill. But it might be a little bit more productive. Try and take out this enemy War Master. I'll try that. Yeah, missed. Okay. That's unfortunate. That's a waste of a massive unit's resource. So, if I can take out this mage, and this beast this turn, then I can just enclose this grappler and that'll be fine. Let's get started on that.
You are in my way. Witness Bridget Pride.
Alright, so that worked out wonderfully. Now, in order to take this mage out might be a little bit more difficult. I might actually need to use someone like Byleth here. And guarantee it at least. Nice.
All is going to plan.
And I'll put Byleth right here. If I use Encloser at this range, I should have a 0% chance of missing. And that locks him down for a turn. Excellent. Then between Dorothea and Ferdinand, we should be able to get this kill. Do you have anything with slightly higher crit? Well, Sagittate has more attack power, so I'll try that.
Strike you down.
Nice. And Dorothea levels up.
All this power just to survive.
I mean, she's no Lysithea, but she's not bad. And we can guarantee the kill with Ferdinand.
All is for victory!
Keep it up.
And And that also allows us to move Ingrid safely. And start on taking out this enemy. He made the mistake of equipping Physic. Looks like Dorothea and Ingrid need healing, so
Sweet of you.
I'll patch Dorothea up. Get a level up for Linhart.
I think I'm improving.
Bad, not bad at all. I'll have Felix stay sort of centrally located so I can pop an Impregnable if I absolutely need to. Petra can survive that if it does hit. As long as she doesn't get hit by both of them, the odds are heavily in my favor. But it is slightly risky. And there's the counter.
To survive, I will win! Flame spirits protect me.
Good. So, now that we've cleared this side out, I should be able to send one unit down this way to get rid of these stairs, and then another down here to take out this fire orb. That should take care of that. But first, I will take this enemy out. With Ingrid.
It is done. Onward.
I can actually position units all at 2 range around Edelgard because she only has a 1 range weapon for easy support bonuses. I'm going to try this again with Lysithea. There we go.
It's done.
Then I suppose I could warp someone over there. Then I can just have Petra do this. And Fire Orb will do 20 damage to Lysithea, which is perfectly manageable. And then I can potentially like warp, let's say Felix, up of this stairs in order to keep everything safe. Though he does have our Impregnable. I think that is probably a better choice for our warp target. Make sure we can actually reach. Yes, okay. So I'll do that next turn, and then it'll have Violet and Petra all set and ready to go to deal with Edelgard. And I'll keep Felix close just in case I need that Impregnable because I make a mistake. And that'll do. Petra is going to be fine with that at least. I see they can take that hit. So I think the safe thing to do here is first take this one out. With that attack, I guess I can't warp Bernadetta until next turn.
Proceed carefully.
So I'll just move Lysithea here and heal her instead.
That helps.
Then I will have Petra go 1 and 2, clear this side.
Fire meets water! Not for myself, for everyone.
Probable miss.
No use.
Yep. Now I will use my warp. And that cuts off those reinforcements.
Well done. Their reinforcements are cut off.
Clever tactic. It's going to be difficult to turn the tables now.
And that's more likely than not to kill.
With all of my might! My heart burns with pride.
Alright, so now we just have to get Petra over here to help us out. We are finally almost ready. Equip our 1-2 range weapons for support bonuses. So that way Petra's hit rate will climb.
Let's make this quick.
And then I think I should be able to use a blessing with Linhardt. I might actually want to readjust my formation to make sure I hit all of the people I want to hit. So I'm going to say Byleth, Lysithea, Petra, and Dorothea make the most sense, since Edelgard's magic defense is weaker compared to her physical offense, or defense. Alright, I'm going to use a Blessing Gambit here,
Thank you. That helps.
and that will get all of these units into a pretty good
I will
position to
prepare.
actually deal with Edelgard.
What's my strategy?
And I won't attack this turn
Let's make this
because
quick.
I've only just moved my units into range here.
More fighting.
Now there's a couple of nasty things that Edelgard can surprise you with. First is she can use Raging Storm. And I've only seen her ever use it once on a turn, but in theory she could spam it at you, and if you're not ready to take like multiple turns worth of attacks from her, that can get you killed. The second thing is she has Raging Flames and 61 Charm, which means that you are going to get hit by Raging Flames and it's going to do a huge amount of damage. Probably enough to kill any unit. So you have to take her out in one turn, in one concerted effort, or else you're going to expose yourself to an awful lot of danger. But at least she stays on the throne and doesn't move around, so you have plenty of time to set up on her. So I'll start with Petra here, and I'll go for the Brave Sword, and if we get crits, it'll kill her, and if not, we have just a little bit more damage to deal to her to finish her off.
This has nothing to do with where you were born. That we are fighting now is only a result of the choices you've made. So I'm going to give that the response it deserves. I will crush you with everything I have.
So she can't hit me, so the Blessing is probably a little bit overkill here. Didn't quite get the kill with Petra. That's alright. We have reserves. So I could potentially use Hades. It looks like that would do the trick. I could also possibly do this with Byleth. Well, it's risk-free because I do have a Blessing. And, you know, that makes it so even if she hits, it doesn't really do anything of consequence.
Professor, I suppose you think you can defeat me, is that right? But I will never give up. Even if my arms and legs failed me, I would still find a way to move forward. I will smash that false goddess and her minion into the ground. I will fight to free this world from her vile grasp.
Seeing as she can counter at any range, why not attack from one range with Lysithea to end it?
Lysithea, you and I are so alike. We could have walked the same path.
We're alike? You don't mean to tell me... It can't be!
Yet now we're at a crossroads. There's no turning back. Must we fight each other for the things we believe in?
That's exactly what's gonna happen. And I will defeat you, Edelgard!
Oh, she did say she was going to defeat her.
I wanted to walk with you.
And there is the slower but consistent way of doing this chapter on Maddening mode. Thanks for watching. The Maddening mode run will continue in the next one. Till then.